Wushu, Mr. Ron. You look like you are running somewhere. Shouldn't you be going home now since school is over?
Koween. I have hockey to start in 12 minutes with the older boys in the gym, and then tonight I have to be back at the school for the Ojibwe language table at 6:30 tonight.
I have to serve the breakfast program tomorrow. I am surprised with all the extracurricular activities we do here at Minnesinaquan Elementary School.
Yes, there are a lot of additional responsibilities like recess duty, extracurricular and fundraising activities that teachers are involved in.
I am very glad to have you as my teacher mentor. I would be very lost if I did not have your support and guidance as a new teacher.
A couple of years ago, our school was part of a research called Experiences of Beginning Aboriginal Teachers in Band-Controlled Schools.
That study sounds very interesting. Can you tell me more about it?
The study starts by explaining the history of when First Nation communities began to assert their rights to control their education in the communities in 1972. This is an important step for Aboriginal communities, especially when it comes to supporting Native students in the area of language use, promoting pride in culture. And don't forget, we also wanted to support students by cultivating a Native worldview.
Yes, I am reminded of how important it is for First Nation students to see me as a role model.
For sure. The study included interviews with 30 Aboriginal teachers. It was completed over a 2-year period so researchers could reflect on the experiences of teachers. To assist universities to fine-tune their Aboriginal teachers' education program to better meet the needs of young Native students on the reserve.
I have to admit that if I was without your guidance, I would have some difficulty navigating report card writing, writing long-range plans, and writing individual education plans.
Yes, this research identified many issues and challenges faced by Aboriginal teachers transitioning from the university to the classroom and in applying theory to practice. The main goal of this project is to assist universities to improve Native teacher education programs.
I hope the study included the true challenges we as teachers face on a day-to-day basis.
It did point out many realities. Interestingly, the study combined two frameworks such as relationality, which refers to the connections to how we relate to all living things. The other framework used is constructivism because it recognizes multiple realities like the teachers involved in various conversations with the researchers.
I might have been nervous to participate in a study like this because sometimes the realities are very difficult and I wouldn't want to offend the community.
Elements of narrative inquiry were included in the design of this study, but it allowed the voices of the Aboriginal teachers to tell their stories while keeping some ambiguity. The data was themed according to 1. Preparedness, 2. Hands-on learning, 3. Collegial relationships, 4. Community, parent relationships. And just like you, these First Nations teachers were in agreement for wanting to learn more about long-range lesson planning and working with teacher assistants. In some communities, Aboriginal teachers expressed the need for learning how to survive working environments where politics carried an oppressive undertone throughout the community.
I can identify with those points that the teachers brought up. Did this study include any input from our elders?
Absolutely. Cultural protocols were carefully followed. Tobacco was given to elders that were involved. Ceremony and prayer were practiced.
I wonder how the teachers felt about their training at the university.
The general consensus of the learning experience was a positive one. Students enjoyed learning with their cohort. The environment at the Aboriginal Teacher Education Program was culturally affirming, a reality that helped these beginning teachers to be more confident to assert their presence on campus and to feel proud of their culture within the larger campus environment.
I wonder if the teachers made any comments in regards to the many expected of extracurricular activities which teachers must contribute to. It was part of my contractual obligation to agree to complete 20 hours of extracurricular activities per semester. I still have about 13 hours to go. Although I thoroughly enjoy my role as a teacher, I find the additional hours of extracurricular activities can be exhausting, especially around report card time.
Yes, the new teacher did mention the extracurricular hours that were expected. In addition to this, they voiced their concern about lower wages in comparison to teachers that work in provincial schools.
In the beginning of the school year, I really did not know how to best use my assistant in the class. I wasn't sure what her role was, but now I'm very glad to have her help.
Yes, there can be more complexities involved if the TA is the mother of the child in the class. Sometimes, disagreements can arise.
I find the crazy amount of paperwork that is required of us is insane. I am very careful to make sure my daybook is always up to date and ready for inspection, but still, I am anxious for the Ministry of Education's inspection on my books.
Ha 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 ha. I am laughing because I have felt the same way. But everything went okay and I was glad the inspection was over.
Is it true that this is the first year for our school to have a mentorship program for new teachers?
Yes. Aboriginal teachers said that the mainstream teachers program only included this component of mentorship for beginning teachers. The band felt this was an important support piece to add to our school by supporting teachers to adjust to living in a remote community and teaching for the first time.
I really wish that we could be part of the Teachers Federation or part of an Aboriginal Teachers Association of some sort.
Yes, many of us would like representation from a union of some sort, but for now, this is not available for us because each community is sovereign.
Hey Faye and Mr. An. Do you mind if I join the conversation?
Hello, Robert. Sure, join us. Looking back now, did you feel prepared to teach the grade 6 class after university?
I was not as prepared as I thought I would be with a master's degree transferring to become a grade 9 teacher. I would have liked to have some training on how to better understand the social issues that challenge Aboriginal people.
That was one of the criticisms of this study. I think the researchers should have also included some non-Aboriginal teachers entering the workforce in band-controlled schools. It seems that many non-Aboriginal teachers are looking to work in First Nation communities and schools. It would only make sense that they too would feel prepared to meet the needs and challenges that Aboriginal youth face.
Yes, there are many lessons that the universities can learn from beginning Aboriginal and non-Aboriginal teachers to prepare them to be effective teachers.
Indeed. I must conclude that the Aboriginal teachers' responsibilities is greater than those teachers teaching in provincial schools. This is due to teachers and administration having to wear many hats to meet the needs of students.
I have seen you act as mentor, principal, teacher, nurse, counselor, cultural advisor, maintenance person and plumber.
Those are a lot of places to be at in the school. I heard you had to take training to understand the school building and what to do when the heating shuts down.
Oh, there's the buzzer. I better head to the gym. Thanks for the great conversation.